House Republicans are expressing some regrets about booting serial liar George Santos. Last year, House Republicans expelled Santos, a.k.a. Katara Ravache, a.k.a. Anthony DeVolder, after numerous examples were exposed of him lying about nearly every major aspect of his life. Who is the real George Santos? We don't know. Will he stand up? I don't know. Not only that, but Santos has been charged with numerous felonies ranging from wire fraud, money laundering, false statements to Congress, and theft of public funds. So he was an embarrassment to Republicans in the House. But now, after getting rid of that embarrassment, Republicans are suddenly kicking themselves over it. Oh, crap! We got rid of an embarrassment, and now, our razor-thin House majority has gotten even thinner. On Tuesday, there was a special election held for Santos's seat, and Republicans ended up losing. Punchbowl News' Jay Sherman reports that many House Republicans are now saying that they shouldn't have expelled Santos on the grounds that it cost him a seat in a narrowly divided Congress. Sherman says that Republicans have been pointing out many different scapegoats for the debacle. In fact, he writes, a healthy round of finger-pointing this morning among Republicans here on Capitol Hill this morning about New York 3. So far, I've heard people say the Nassau County GOP machine is useless after supporting Pilip and Santos. People blame the leadership. People blame Pilip herself for hiding out and not raising enough cash. Now, Representative Mike Collins, however, replied to Sherman on social media saying this, quote, certainly no need to blame Republicans who voted to expel the Republican who won the seat. Yes. Blame some Republicans for, having a bit of a standard, even if that standard happens to be very, very low. I mean, it's the bar is under the floorboards, okay? Now, that said, there's going to be more blame game and excuses. In fact, here's some video of that.
If he was found guilty, then yeah, he should remove himself from Congress. And if he wouldn't remove himself, then the chamber would have a responsibility to do that. But to preempt that, to score political points, was stupid.
A lot of Republicans here are already blaming you guys for pushing out George Santos. What do you say to them?
There are a lot of decisions that have occurred these last couple of months that have shrunk the majority. Perhaps George Santos, being honest, would have kept one more seat here in Congress.
Republicans have got to take advantage of early voting. We can't start so far behind.
Trump is the one who has criticized early voting. I mean, are you guys still feeling the ramifications of all that?
Well, I think the president understands what we're saying. There's a difference between mail ballots and in person, and these are certainly conversations we'll have with the president.
Their candidate ran like a Republican. He sounded like a Republican talking about the border and immigration, because everybody knows that's the top issue that is on the concern, the hearts and minds of everybody. That incumbent had been a 3-term member of Congress, and he had a 100% name ID and a deep family history in the district. Our candidate was relatively unknown in that comparison and had a very short runway. She ran a remarkable campaign. There was a weather event that affected turnout. There are a lot of factors there. That is in no way a bellwether of what's going to happen this fall.
Yes, it's a weather event. There was a snowstorm in winter. Can you believe it? Yeah, I know. A lot of excuses here, right? But what about George Santos himself? Are we going to hear from the man? Turns out, yes. Minutes after it was officially declared that Santos' seat was lost, the ousted congressman posted a tweet blaming 2 New York State Republican congressmen, Anthony Desposito and Nick LaLota, who had been instrumental in pushing for his ouster. He said, "Hey, Americans, please thank these 2 gems for losing a seat in the House today." Hours later, he posted, "I won New York 3 with 0 super PAC money, 0 CLF money, and 0 establishment money. Tonight, the establishment set $10 million on fire." Well, they won. I guess Republicans lost. If you're meaning the Republican establishment, then yes, they lost. "I flipped a 23-year blue seat with the help of grassroots activists and by activating the base with retail politics." Did you forget that you fabricated pretty much every detail about your life in order to try to win? I mean, claim to be Jewish, And then later on, it was like, well, I didn't say that. I mean, it was you-ish. You know, not quite the same. Ah, of course. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Look, at the end of the day, though, the excuses don't really matter because now, because of Santos being who he was, being such an embarrassment that even Republicans felt the need to kick him out, now you have a House majority that is razor thin. Can't blame anybody else for that other than yourselves.